Hello viewers, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn about what is radiocarbon dating, theoretical details involved in radiocarbon dating, how to calculate radiocarbon dating. What is radiocarbon dating? Before the 1940s, scientists want to determine the age of fossils and other organic materials. They relied on relative dating techniques, grouping objects by the estimated date of surrounding rock strata. This method could produce large inaccurate. Radiocarbon dating is a method for determining the age of an object containing organic material by using the properties of radioactive isotope of carbon. It is also called as carbon dating or carbon-14 dating. This method was discovered by William Frank Libby. Now, let us move to the theoretical details and process involved in radiocarbon dating. Carbon has three isotopes, namely C12, C13, and C14. Here, C14 is also called as radiocarbon. The ability to date objects more accurately was to originate from outer space. High-energy cosmic rays are constantly bombarding our atmosphere. When they hit, they break up atoms in the stratosphere. A consequence of this is the production of an unstable radioactive form of carbon called carbon-14 from atmospheric nitrogen. The reaction is shown in the below equation, where N is the neutron, C14 is the radiocarbon, N14 is the atmospheric nitrogen, and P is proton. Once the radiocarbon C14 is produced, it rapidly combines with oxygen present in the atmosphere. During the reaction, the carbon monoxide is formed first, and then carbon dioxide is produced ultimately. The reaction that takes place is mentioned below. The carbon dioxide that is produced diffuses into the atmosphere and oceans. Plants take in this carbon dioxide as a result of photosynthesis, and animals have radiocarbon by consuming plants. American scientist William Frank Libby reasoned that as all living creatures are made up of carbon and are constantly replacing this carbon from the atmosphere, all living organisms should have an equal amount of radiocarbon in their bodies in relation to the proportions occurring in the atmosphere. However, when an organism dies, it stops replacing this radiocarbon. Being unstable, the radiocarbon breaks down and it is converted back to normal nitrogen at a fixed rate. The time since the death of an organic sample can be calculated by comparing the proportions of radiocarbon in the atmosphere to what is in the sample. The method will be accurate up to 50,000 years ago. When an organism dies, the radiocarbon is converted back to atmospheric nitrogen by emitting new electrons and antineutrinos. The mentioned reaction is given below. The half-life of radiocarbon is 5730 years. How to calculate radiocarbon dating? The radiocarbon dating can be calculated by using the equation n is equal to n naught e to the power minus lambda t, where n is the number of atoms in time t, n naught is number of atoms of isotope in the original sample, lambda is the constant depending on isotope, t is the time period. The constant lambda is the reciprocal of mean life. Mean life is nothing but average or expected time a given atom will survive before undergoing radioactive decay. Therefore, the equation can be rewritten as small t is equal to ln n naught by n into capital T, where capital T is the mean life. The measurement of radiocarbon was originally done by counting the amount of beta rays emitted by decaying radiocarbon. Libby presented this method after testing on fir trees. Later, it is used to date relics, fossils, and dead sea scrolls from end of last ice age, beginning of Neolithic and Bronze Age. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe.